Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Talking TVL. I'm your digital host, Breona Winn, and if you don't know what this is our pre-show to the lifestyle show called Tennessee Valley Living right here on WAFF 48. It airs every weekday, Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. How's everyone doing today? Happy Tuesday. The weather's a little chilly this morning. As you can see, I grabbed my scarf, but what I did forget to grab was my coat, so shout out to me. I'll do better tomorrow. How about that? But I hope you all are staying warm. I hope you're having a great day. I woke up, I got in the car, I listened to Love Again by Daniel Caesar featuring Brandy, and I fell in love with the song all over again. Let me tell you something. Brandy, if you don't know who she is, in my opinion, first of all, if you don't know who she is, look her up. Google, look her up. I think, again, in my humble opinion, one of the best vocalists of all time. That's just me. That woman's voice is so smooth, like butter. Oh my goodness, I love it. Perfect way to start my day. Between that and a video I just watched on TikTok of this girl, she went skydiving. She went skydiving for her birthday. And if you've ever been skydiving before, which I'll share my story here in a second, once you hit the air, like once you doop out the plane, it is a force full of air. Like it's uncontrollable. You can't do anything about it. So she's going up there thinking it's going to be a cute time. She got a videographer and she's just going to document the thing on the GoPro, like document the whole experience. As soon as she got out the plane, the air just hit her and her face was just so distorted. It was the funniest thing ever. So I was literally like 8 minutes ago cracking up at that. I thought I'd share. My 22nd birthday, I went skydiving. That was a fun time. Kind of the same experience though. You never know until you try it. So do I recommend skydiving? I do. Just beware of the air. That's it, that's all. Okay. But moving along to Talking TVL today, I'll give you a quick recap of what you missed on yesterday's show. So here's a picture of a man looking out of a window. During the wintertime. Why is he looking out of the window during the wintertime, you might ask? Because we had Dr. Greg. He came on via Zoom to give us a little insight on what we need to know about seasonal depression and how to prevent it. So that was one of our guests from yesterday. Let me go back. Make-A-Wish to Alabama, we had our girl Lacey Fitzpatrick. She came on and talked about the Trailblazer Challenge that's happening coming up soon. So if you want any more information on that, tvliving.com. You're going to go to Google, type in tvliving.com, look at her interview, and you can get all the information. And if you want a quick tutorial, this is what I'm here for, people. I give you a recap of what you missed the day before and also just little tidbits on how to navigate this TVO world. So really quickly, let's pull up, hold on real quick. We will pull up the little Tennessee Valley Living website, shall we? Oh, it's loading. There we go. Okay, you go to tvliving.com, and right here, the first thing you see, hiking, trailblazing, and making wishes come true. You click that bad boy. And this right here, all the information you need to know. So January 11th through the 26th in Birmingham, Mobile, Huntsville, Montgomery, all around Alabama. You can participate in the Trailblazing Challenge. And then if you want to see the full interview, it'll be right there. So that's that. Okay, back to me. Hi. Okay, so that happened yesterday, and our good friends, Snail on the Wall, they came in and they just shared with us some January recommended books that you should read. So go back and watch that interview, and also really quickly, I just want to share, if you watched Talking TVO yesterday, I let you know that I started a book. And it was about this class of high school sophomores, and they all got a flu shot. Within 24 hours of that flu shot, they all developed telepathy. They could all read each other's minds. It was a crazy thing. So I started that book. Today's Tuesday. Sunday night, I finished the book yesterday. I have not read a book that quick. I feel like since I was in middle school, you know, like when you had to get AR points and things like that. So the fact that I read that book that quick, I'm proud of me. And you can be proud of you too. Pick up a book today. That's my challenge. Pick up a book. Just read a couple pages, all right? Have a little fun. So if you need any book recommendations, Snail on the Wall. They've got a brick and mortar here in Huntsville. And this month's reading challenge, is a short or a long book. So you've got options. You don't have to just go straight in for the long book. You can get a short book as well. So that all happened yesterday. And let us talk about what's happening today, okay? I'm smiling because I'm excited because today's show is so much fun show for you, okay? But let me start off with what I'm most excited about, okay? Can I do that? I have a story. I have to tell it in a story form so that you can understand fully my excitement. So bear with me. So if you don't know, I went to the University of Alabama, Roll Tide, and I studied public relations and communication sciences in Reese-Pfeiffer, which is one of the colleges at the University of Alabama, okay? While I was there, I was a college ambassador, met a bunch of different cool people. One of them being this ray of sunshine who just lights up my entire world. Let me show a picture. Okay, get a close up as I talk about her. She is just amazing. She's like one of my favorite people in this life. And long story short, okay, she is now the head booker / digital producer for Tennessee Valley Living. So round of applause, Miss Jocelyn Claiborne. Absolutely phenomenal. That girl's resume is top tier and stellar. Oh, I'm so excited. And I hope you are as well, because she will be joining Peyton on the blue chair today. Give you a little background on who she is, where she came from, and we're excited to have her. Seriously, she is chef's kiss. I love her. So Jocelyn, head girl, if you're watching, shout out to you. And you all will get to meet her at 11 o'clock today. So that's going to be so exciting. Okay, so Jocelyn, she's happening today. Also, Sounds of the Valley. We have another new episode of Sounds of the Valley airing today. What is Sounds of the Valley, you may ask? I'm so glad you asked. Let me explain. So we have a producer on the show, Shanika. She's our head producer, super cool, love her. She decided last year she wanted to make this initiative to highlight local artists in the Tennessee Valley area. So musicians, artists, all the things. Super cool concept, and she has done a phenomenal job at that. And also, really quickly, if you are interested in going and looking at some of the old episodes, which I'll show you one here in a second. Let me show you the website, Okay, so you've typed in tvliving.com. Yes, this top bar right here, you click Sounds of the Valley. All the episodes we have aired right here, all you gotta do is scroll. Just scroll and scroll and scroll. And I'm telling you right now, just a lot of these artists you may have seen if you go to like, different events around Huntsville or just North Alabama in general, you may have seen these artists. So to get a chance to get a deeper background of who they are is so cool to me. So a really cool series. And again, new episode airing today, but in honor of that new episode, I said, hey, let me just give you a tidbit of, in case you've never seen an episode before, just a tidbit of what this is and how it works. So without further ado, I will show you an episode of Alex Banks. He is a local saxophonist, very talented, very gifted, and let's take a look, shall we?
We're back for another edition of Sounds of the Valley, where we highlight local artists and show their lives on and off screen. And with us today is somebody you might recognize if you've seen them around town, performing on different venues, or you might have seen them right here on Tennessee Valley Living performing live. It is none other than Mr. Alex Banks, saxophonist. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am great. At this point, we're friends. Like we're here, we're locked in.
Absolutely.
So just tell me, as far as just like your music career, what really just inspired you to pursue music and saxophone playing at that?
So it's kind of like two-edged, right? So it's like, the first one was like, my mom wanted to play saxophone at a young age, but she couldn't for various reasons. So she wanted me to like try it out. She was like, oh, like you should try this. I was like, all right, let's try it. So I did the audition, and I was like, yeah, I was still in the sports too. Like I played basketball. But it wasn't until like the band came to like, I think my elementary school, and like the guy who took a solo was the saxophone guy, right? So I'm like, I want to be hip. I want to take the solo. So from there, I started my saxophone journey from that point. That was kind of what my inspiration was.
Awesome. Okay, so you started your career, and basically how have you just been pursuing it throughout the years? Like what venues and what are some of the highlights that you've seen over your years so far?
Oh man. So it's a couple of them actually. I got to open up for Kool and the Gang when they were here.
Oh.
That was a pretty big one. Jazz in the Park was a big one. I did Jazz in the Park 2016 and 2017. I got to play at the Perfect Note in Birmingham, which a lot of like the greats touch the stage. That was pretty big. So the first time I played there was pretty huge. Also being able to play with like jazz artists like 480 East and Cindy Bradley. I got to do 2 dates with Cindy Bradley and 1 date with 480 East. And those are kind of the moments of my career so far.
Awesome. So I know being a musician isn't like the easiest road. What are some of the hardships that you've personally seen throughout your career?
I think for me, the hardest part about it is actually breaking into the scene, right? So it's like the time and investment of like money and finances that you have to put into just to be like, just to get that breaking moment. And it's like, you never know, right? So you can pour much money, much time, much resources, and then be like, oh, well, no, wait, you got just one more step, So I think it's like not knowing the breakthrough point. Every breakthrough point is different for everybody else. So it's like, depending on who you work with and, the opportunities you get, and maximizing them, depending on how far you go.
So what's your favorite part of just like performing?
Crowd interaction. Crowd interaction. And it's kind of funny because like when I play, I'm gonna tell you a trick, right? I look into the crowd and like I kind of scan the crowd, and whoever locks eyes with me and like is like looking at me move, I'm going to them first.
That's it.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And so, because like you have like that like one or like two people that are like, wow. So I'm like, I'm going to him or her first,
Right.
Because at that point it's like, okay, now I can serenade you and hey, maybe you can buy a CD, Maybe you can, come to another show. Like so
Exactly. And I think that matters, and people want to feel like connected to the people that they see on stage.
And more times than that, when they're gazing like that, they feel like I'm only playing to them. So I really actually want to only play to them for a hot second.
Oh, that's precious.
Yeah.
What are you performing for us today?
Ooh. So today I'm performing one of my singles off of my most recent album, Endless Journey, called Miles Ahead. It's called Miles Ahead because I think this album that I released in 21 was like, life's a journey, and so everything is catered to like, the journey that you're on. So it's like, oh, we have a lot of miles ahead. Like, let's keep trucking, so that's why I call it that.
I love that. I love that.
How awesome is that? Seriously. So as you can see, you saw the video. The format of Sounds of the Valley, typically you get the interview at the beginning and then a performance. So whether it's from a musical artist or an artist, a musician, a visionary, all the things. So many different people and local stars here in the Tennessee Valley area. So again, quick shout out to Shanika for coming up with this awesome series, and just a little sneak peek into today. If you go onto tvliving.com and you watch a couple of the different artists that we've had for Sounds of the Valley, you might recognize this background. Like you can see the background, the wooden wall and all the things. It's because everyone is at Maitland Conservatory. And the owner of Maitland Conservatory is exactly who we are going to highlight today on Sounds of the Valley. His name is Mario. Super talented, super gifted, amazing resume, and just a kind spirit. So make sure you make plans today to watch Tennessee Valley Living at 11 so you don't miss that, okay? I think it's going to be a great time, a great episode. I had the opportunity to go in behind the scenes while she filmed it. I'm impressed. I did not know. I had heard of Maitland Conservatory. I hope I'm saying that right. Maitland Conservatory. I'd heard of it before, never been. So getting to go and walk through, it's a recording studio, but it's also like a music school as well. They have students, and these students go far. And their access to the different technology and instruments is so cool to me. So you'll get to see that today, and you might even see Shanika playing a little piano. Not even once, maybe twice, okay? So tune in for that. All right, people. Chef Kristen from Poppy and Parliament, she's going to be a guest on the show today. She's meeting us in the kitchen, and she's going to show us how to make Scotch eggs. So if you are not familiar with Scotch eggs, here's a little close-up look that she sent us, a little picture. Scotch eggs, soft-boiled eggs, wrapped in sausage meat, coated in breadcrumbs, and it's either baked or deep fried. And if you zoom in close enough, you might just see my mouth drooling a little bit. Why? I love a good boiled egg. Ooh, I love a good boiled egg. I just learned how to make them a little jammy in the middle, or maybe that's just a soft boiled egg. I don't know. But kind of like if you go to a ramen restaurant and the consistency of the yolk, I just learned how to make that. So I'm excited about this. I also love sausage. I love breadcrumbs, all the things. Would have never thought to put the three things together and make a meal. So I'll be watching with my pen and my paper, and I will definitely get this recipe. I'm excited for this. It's going to be a good time. Okay, friends, that's going to do it for this episode of Talking TVL. Thank you so much for joining me today at 11 o'clock every day. We're going to have Tennessee Valley Living. What time is it? We're at 10:18. So what do you have? You have 42 minutes. 42 minutes. Grab your hot chocolate. It's a little cold outside. Get your blanket. Scroll a little bit on TikTok. Remember, we have 6 days left, people, until the app is banned, allegedly. And we're going to see you guys soon. So I will talk to you all tomorrow at 10 a.m. for a new episode of Talking TVL. Have a good day.